Well, I was mowing the lawn with the 812 and the 50-inch deck got really loud. Like the bearing was going in the idler pulley. Check out what happened. Well, this idler pulley is so destroyed that on the top, the nylon lock nut that melted the plastic. I got a new one ordered, so we should be good. All right, we gotta put those new idler pulleys on the $25 812 here. And I'm gonna try to do it with the deck on the machine, but I don't have high hopes. First thing I'm gonna do is take the tension off the belt. And this is one of those old cogged belts. This deck is actually factory paired with my 8163B, so that's what it came off of. And it definitely is in need of some rehabbing, but we're gonna ignore that for now. It cuts perfect, it's just getting a little rusty. So in a perfect world, I would take it all apart and repaint it and everything, but it's a lot of work. All right, we got the tension off the belt. You can see the belt move. Now we can take the pulley off. Let's see. So, I don't know if I can actually physically get it out with it on the machine. I'm trying to take a shortcut. This pulley here, the bearing is so bad. Look at that. Oh my God, there's no bearing. Got so hot last time I ran it that the nut melted on the top here and it spewed all the nylon lock nut stuff out the top. So let me see if I can get my breaker bar on there and get that off. All right, so I got the nut off, but now the center of the pulley is stuck on that bolt. And I can't remember if those bolts, they're carriage bolts. I just can't remember if they go all the way through the bottom of the deck or if they bottom out under this top plate. So I guess I got to feel down there and see if I can feel the bolt head. But I'm probably going to need to drive that bolt out with a hammer, and I'm probably going to end up having to go buy a new bolt and put a new bolt in. So check it out. Okay, I was able to get it out, and it's a lot worse than I thought. There's pretty much no bearing left whatsoever in here, and it's kind of comical. We did end up having to hammer the bolt out when I bent the top, so this bolt needs replacing anyways, no question about it. So far I'm able to do this without taking the deck off or removing the top plate. So let's go to the other side and see if we can get lucky on that side too. I don't think we're gonna get lucky on this side. That pulley is dead smack in the middle under the top plate, and I don't see any way of taking that pulley out without removing the whole carrier from the top of the deck, which kind of sucks. So, oh well. I'm able to move the pulley out here on the back where it pivots. So let me see if I can get lucky and take that bolt off. The whole arm goes up and down in the back here where it fastens in, but it's under the bolt for the top plate, so I don't think I can lift it up to get to the bottom of that pulley where the other side of that bolt is to remove it. So I don't know, let's try it. All right, so no easy way here. I can drop all 4 of the carrier bolts off. That's the only way to get to that pulley. So let me fire up the compressor and get out the impact gun. All right, so I got all 4 of the bolts out, and now we can get this turd here out of here. Let's see. There we go. So I'm just going to undo this thread here all the way, and I can just pull it right out through the slot. And hopefully we don't have to actually remove all this crap in the belts and everything. So if we can save a little bit of work, I'm all for it. I gotta find the covers that go on this deck too. It's not helping matters. I think the covers were all totally rusted, but I think I'd rather have totally rusted covers than no covers and the thing getting destroyed. I'd rather the covers get destroyed than the bearings get water in them and stuff like that. So anyways, let's see if we can get this apart. Let's see. All right, so it came right off with no issues, and I'm just going to take this off. remember what direction everything goes here to put it back together. So this pulley is, it's a lot better than the other one, but it's still shot. So we got two new rotary pulleys here, and they're nice. I've used them on a lot of stuff. It's a rotary 5714 is their part number. Let's check it out. So the old pulley has a little spacer under the bottom, and I actually verified that I need the spacer by measuring with the tape measure up from here to the top of the pulley, and with the spacer in on both of them, it's the same. So we'll bolt that back on and we should be good. And I never knew there was a grease fitting over here on this pivot point either, so I'm gonna have to hit that with some grease when I put this back on. All right, so the new pulley's on and it turns very nice and has no side-to-side play. So let's put this back into the deck up here. All right, so let's show you another good way to measure the pulley heights is that you put them both on a flat surface, and if they line up together here, which they do, then they're the same height. So I had to go to the store and grab a carriage bolt. Gravely always does this. If you look in the manual, they spec it to be 1 3/4 inches. You can't buy any 1/4 inch bolt, you know, length anywhere local. So you get a 2 inch, you know. Does it really matter that it's 1/4 inch too long? It's maybe 4 threads around there, the widthness of a nut. No, it's not gonna hit anything, so it'll be fine. And also, this thing never had the right grease fitting in the center pulley. It's supposed to have a little extension that goes up, and it's supposed to poke through the top here so you can oil it properly, and this never had that. So I bought this pipe and I think it's too short. I think I'm gonna have to bring it back. I should have measured first, but it takes an 1/8 inch pipe thread. So, and then you got to put that into an elbow. You can't really see it through this bag, but I got an 1/8 inch 90-degree here, and then you would screw your grease fitting into one side of the 90-degree. This fitting here for this elbow is really big and clunky, and like an OEM one's not like that, but I figured I would just grab this at the Home Depot while I was there. We'll try it out. All right, I got it all back together and the belt tensioned. And that 1.5 inch nipple is actually probably a 1/2 inch longer than it needs to be. But it's working. It's not hitting the drive shaft. It's impossible for it to hit the drive shaft. When you mow, it's actually going to spin the whole time, that nipple. So it never had that. And you couldn't get grease in there because the drive shaft was right in the way. So hopefully that will do the trick. So let me bolt this sucker back up and we'll see if it works. Well, it worked perfect, man. Pulleys are awesome. Back in business here. I gotta fix my choke cable because the choke cable's not working right. And I don't know what happened, but that's for another day. But for now, our deck is back in business. I'll see if I can find some junky covers to put over the spindles there, and we'll just slap them on. All right, so I found some old tins or covers, whatever you want to call them. Threw them on this deck here, and I think we should be good now. It's starting to rain, so I've got to pack it in, but we should be good, I think. Check out these pulleys one more time, so just to make sure you can see how bad this is. There's not one ball bearing in this thing, man. This thing is shot. This one here, I'll put in the category of it works, but it's not ideal. I would actually put this on the shelf and keep it for an emergency if one blew in the middle of mowing or something. I just wanted to get the job done. But this sucker is going into scrap metal. This was the nylon lock nut that all the plastic melted out of because this sucker got so hot. But yeah, that's the deal.